Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Chase. So right now, I'm going to show you something that is not actually an assignment, but it's just a little helpful tool that you're going to need to know to be doing your assignments this week. Some of you might already feel comfortable with this, and some of you might need a little reminder, okay? So you're going to see this paper on your Google Classroom. It's like one of those cheat sheets that I usually make you guys, or I put it in the plastic sheet. Okay, so it's a cheat sheet on converting fractions. So sometimes you need to have a fraction in a different way than it's originally shown. Okay, so there's a few different kinds of fractions you're going to see. You're going to see improper fractions, which it explains here. An improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So for example, if I have 67 over 10, this is improper because my numerator on the top is definitely bigger than my denominator, okay? I can simplify this to make it a little bit nicer, okay? In order to do that, I'm going to ask myself this. All these steps are right on here too if you just want to read it instead of listen to me if you're getting annoyed by my voice at this time. Just kidding. So you ask yourself, how many times does 10 go into 67? Well, if I count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, that's too much. So it can only go in 6 times. 10 goes into 67, 6 times, a big 6. Now, I know that 10 times 6 is 60, and I need to figure out what's left over from my numerator. So I started with 67. I already used up 60. So I'm thinking, what's 67 minus 60? I should be able to do that in my head, right? So all I would have remaining is this ones place, which is a 7. So left over would be 7 over 10. I just made my improper fraction into a mixed number, okay? That's one conversion you're going to need to know. Another one, you might be given a mixed number like 9 and 5/6. A mixed number is when you have a whole and a fraction, okay? Sometimes you might need to convert that into an improper fraction. To do this, it's pretty easy. All you do is you multiply the denominator by the whole number. Sometimes I put a little multiplication sign here to remind me. So 6 times 9, I could use my chart or my little hand trick if I want. If I wanted to use my hands to do 6 times 9, I would put down my 6th finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do I have? 5 tens and 4 ones. 54, okay? So 6 times 9 is 54. Then I add the 5. So 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So that means I have 59 total parts of 6, okay? That's going from a mixed number to an improper fraction, okay? It's all written on this sheet with all the steps out if you want to just reference it. The last thing I know kids are kind of still having a hard time with is when you need to regroup fractions, okay? Sometimes you need to regroup fractions when you're subtracting them. For example, if you have 12 and 2/6 minus 6 and 4/6, I need to regroup this fraction because I cannot take 4/6 away from 2/6, right? This is bigger. So when I'm subtracting, I always need the bigger number to be first. That's why I need to regroup. So I'm going to rewrite my 12 and 2/6. Then this is how I regroup it. I need to borrow one of these wholes. So I cross out my whole, and I'm taking 1 away. So 12 becomes 11. Then I'm going to add that whole that I took away to my fraction. my fraction has to have a denominator of 6. So if I want this to be 1 whole and the denominator has to be 6, I need a 6 on top, right? 6 over 6 is 1. So that 1 whole I took away over here, I'm adding it right here. So now let's see what this equals. I have 11 wholes, 11, and now I'm going to add my fractions with the like denominators. 2 plus 6 is 8. My denominator is 6. Okay, now I could subtract if I needed to. So I have 11 and 8 sixths minus 6 and 4 sixths. Do you see how now this fraction is less than this one? So that's why I'm ready to subtract them now. When I do this, I'm going to subtract the whole numbers first. 11 minus 6. So if I start at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. Then I subtract the fractions. 8 minus 4 is 4. And my denominator is 6. So that means this is equal to 5 and 4 sixths. Okay? So that's just a little helpful hint for the week. And if you need a reminder, you can reference this sheet, okay? Please do so.